Alright, time for another interesting challenge today. It never seems to fail when you're a homeowner that you have a lot of things going on. Well, today, it's the tub. I'm going to show you real quick what's going on and show you how to fix it. When the water's turned on, you'll see that it just sits at the bottom of the tub. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on now, and it won't take very long. You'll see what I'm talking about. Alright, you can see that this should be draining, but it's not. And my stopper is all the way up. So what we need to do is remove this stopper, and we're going to clean out this the drain that's down in here. Chances are there's probably just a lot of hair and gunk, and once we free that up, you're going to see this water drain. You can just see right here. It wasn't on very long, but it's definitely retaining water. So let's jump right into this and make it happen. Alright, this drain right here is typically down like that, comes up like that. And what we need to do is to be able to remove this. Now, there are a handful of stoppers out there, and this one is a little bit different in the fact that you might look at this and think, well, how do you easily get this off? Well, what we're going to have to do is there's no screw under here, but what there is under here is a basically there's a notch on both sides, so you can use a wrench or perhaps a pair of pliers. Now, I happen to know that this is a 9/16 wrench right here, and this is going to fit for us. What you want to do is find that notch, and there you go. So we're actually caught inside that notch right now. And then you want to use a pair of pliers, and you're going to want to grip the top of this piece and then turn it counterclockwise. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make that happen real quick. There you go. Really, it's not that difficult. It just broke free. I could feel it. So now, this is going to unscrew. Just comes off like that. And what we have right down on the bottom is you're going to need a flat-headed screwdriver. I'm going to show you what that looks like. And that screwdriver is going to fit right in here and unscrew this piece off the stem down in there. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So you can see right down on top, you can see that screw right in there. And let me show you how the screwdriver is going to fit right in. This is just a flat-headed screwdriver, and it's going to go right in like so. And you're going to twist this counterclockwise and break that free. There it comes. And so I'm going to go ahead and loosen this up all the way. And there we go. That should do it. So now that piece is off, and I can see right down inside the drain. And the drain looks like it's just kind of got a bunch of gunk caught up in there. So I'm going to show you what I like to do to get this out. This is my tool of choice to clean out a drain. This is, you can get these at your Menards, Lowe's, Home Depots. It's called Zip It. I'm sure whoever made this probably did well on it. It's kind of it's little and it's kind of silly, but it's effective. So when you look at this, there's little notches on this that go all the way down. And when you put this down inside a drain, the idea is that these little notches right here will hook on hair and whatever else is down in there and pull it back through. So that way you get the gunk out. And it's not too long. I mean, this is maybe a couple of feet long. So at this point though, I don't see the need for a snake. So hopefully we won't need one here. Let's go ahead and stick this down the drain, and let's see what we got. Alright, there's a little bit of resistance here, and chances are the drain does not go straight down. It's going to elbow, and chances are it's going to elbow back towards the valve, which is going to be this way. I'm just having a tough time even getting that thing down in there. You can see how it's effectively grabbing hair and whatever else is down inside this drain. Okay, I've been working on this now for a few minutes, and I think I've got a good portion of our problem here coming up. And what you want to do is, I'm using pliers here, but if you just grab the top and start pulling, you don't want to break it if you can avoid it. But, and what I mean by break it is the hairs and all the stuff that's coming up. You want to keep it as a unit. So you pull just a little bit and then re-grip. Go back down a little further and re-grip and pull back up. And you can see we're kind of getting to the root of our problems. You want to know why this was so clogged up and it wasn't draining? Wow. And wow, look at that. So there you go. Now, one quick guess. Do you think I have boys or do I have girls? So, there you go. That right there is the root of our problem. That is why our drain was not working. You can see down in the drain that it's much cleaner than it was before. At least I think you can tell on video, not 100% sure. But before we put the stem back on, what I'd recommend is get yourself an old toothbrush. And you can put some cleaner in here if you want. But for me, it's not too often I get in here, so my thought is go ahead and scrub the inside of this. And you're just going to run it around. And the other thing you can do is put a little bit of bleach on the end of your toothbrush here. And I say you're just going to scrub the inside of this a little bit and let it sit for about 10 minutes or so. Here is our stem. This is what we pulled off before. And you can see there's some threads down in there. Now you can also see, if you look down close enough, you see that there's kind of a crosshair down in here. And we were able to get all the hair out without removing this piece here. Now, the reason I didn't want to remove this is that I suspect, and I'm not a plumber, full disclosure, but underneath this flange, I suspect there's plumber's putty, and that's not a big deal, but I just didn't want to break that seal unless I absolutely have to. And that little zip it tool does just fine to fit inside these little holes here and get that hair out. So let's go ahead and get our stem put back on. So now we need our screwdriver. And we're going to tighten this back up. Just like that. That's nice and tight. We're going to find our notch back on the stem. And you might just have to turn this a little bit, but you'll see it slips right in. And get your cap. And we're going to put our cap back on. So you're going to hold your wrench and you're going to screw your cap back on. There we go. So we have 100% drainage. We have no water being held up. So our job is done. Well, hopefully this video helped you out. Most homeowners are going to experience a clogged drain of some sort. And it might be with the sink, it might be with the tub. But before you call a plumber, consider knocking it out yourself. This job here took 15, maybe 20 minutes max. I'm not a plumber, just a handy person. I like to share information, so hopefully it helps you out. So if you tackle this job and you have any questions, feel free to post a comment and I'll do my best to help you out. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's called The Real World, and it's for a reason. You never know what you're going to get. I'm multi-threaded. This is not going to be a single-threaded channel about one constant subject. You just never know. It's whatever hits me on any given day. If I think that people can find it beneficial from what I do, I'm going to go ahead and post the video on it. So, with all that said, subscribe to the channel, and I hope that you have a great day.